How's it going, guys? We're back with another episode of Revision. Like always, I am joined here with Cody. Cody, how are you doing today?
Oh, I got an achy breaky back, but I'm here.
Achy breaky.
Yeah, my back hurts. I'm carrying this fucking channel.
Oh, okay.
The loser side, anyway.
I like it. Respectable.
Yeah, a tip of the hat to you, sir.
Fucking savage over here, this guy. All right, so today's episode, we are opening up 24 packs of Enemy of Justice. But before we go through the card by card, just want to say, if you like the video, leave a like. It helps us get seen on YouTube. Hit the subscribe button to see more content just like this. We do Revision once a week. We do Too Fast, Too Duelist once a week. And occasionally Master Duel videos get posted up as well. Also, leave comments down below. You can leave comments about the gameplay, tech cards, choices that we made, misplays, cheating.
All of those.
Yeah, cheating also. But me and Cody do check the comments. We want to see feedback. We will reply. But with all that out of the way, let's go through the card by card. So again, this was another small set for Konami. So for us, it's going to be 20 cards. To start things off, for the secret rare slot, we have Icarus Attack. Pretty much tribute a wing beast. Target 2 cards, destroy them. I think originally this was seen as a card that people didn't like. You know, you're losing the trap, you're losing the monster to pop 2, but turns out destroying 2 at the same time is quite powerful. For the ultra rare slots, we have the Destiny Hero Dreadmaster, able to be special summoned off the other ultra rare, the Clock Tower Prison. For those who don't know, Clock Tower Prison, you don't even need to be playing Destiny Heroes to get a effect from this card. It is just a lingering effect where you can take no battle damage.
We have a few cards like that in this set. There's that one. There's Macrocosmos.
For battle damage?
No, I mean where like you can use it without utilizing the full effect. Because with Macrocosmos, like you don't have to summon the Helios or whatever it is to still get effect from the card.
Yeah, which is interesting too, because those cards weren't in here, were they? The Helios?
I don't think so.
For the super rares, we have Macrocosmos. Just pretty much any card sent to the graveyard is banished. Pretty annoying card, but pretty manageable. We have a new counter trap in Force Back. Pretty much just negate a summon, but instead of destroying the card, it gets put back to the hand. And essentially kind of like the boss monster for a new archetype, Majestic Mech. Seems like an overall decent card if you're trying to build fairies. And won't focus too much on the rest of the cards. Maybe just highlight one here or there. We have Destiny Hero Diamond Dude. Excavate the top card of your deck. If it's a normal spell, you get to apply that effect during your next turn. We have Dimensional Fisher. This card is similar to Macrocosmos, except it's only when monsters are sent to the graveyard. And then we have Banisher of the Radiant. Pretty much a monster form of Macrocosmos. For the commons, we have the hero spell cards, the Hero. We have new fairy stuff in the Royal Knight, Bountiful Artemis, as well with new Destiny Hero support cards. I think this is actually the introduction to Destiny Heroes for us.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah. If elemental heroes aren't going to be playable, potentially these cards will be. They're not great, but at least compared to elemental heroes, these cards straight out the bat have effects.
I mean, they've already got a good boss monster that doesn't have to be fusion summoned.
Yeah, and you can cheat it out with the field spell.
Yeah, which even until then, whether you cheat it out or your opponent gets it out for you, you can still get a really good effect off that field spell.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, how are you feeling about this pack?
You know, it sets up some stuff for the future. Destiny Heroes are going to be getting a lot more support down the road. A little more elemental hero support, some fairy support, some potential near staples. I don't know if I'd go so far as to call them staples, but yeah, there's a couple cards in here in particular I think will definitely unlock their potential down the road.
Staples in what?
Like I said, I wouldn't call them staples, but I'm thinking stuff like Macrocosmos, maybe Clock Tower Prison if you're so inclined to that. Horseback even.
Yeah, I think designing this pack, we really wanted to keep up increasing the hero stuff because neither one of us touched them. Probably for a good reason. We want the Destiny Hero stuff in here because it's only just going to get better probably. Yeah, the whole point of doing revision is to really just get rid of the cards that nobody has ever touched, as well as also getting rid of the cards that become very toxic either in the near future or the far future in the game's history. But when it comes to stuff like Dimensional Fisher and Macrocosmos, I've played those types of decks. I've played against those types of decks, and typically there's no actual engine running the deck. It's like you're playing max copies of these kinds of cards, and that's all you have going for them. Sometimes it can shut off some decks, but a lot of more powerful decks can always just play around these cards and probably just remove them, which then just shuts down everything that you were trying to do with your deck. I'm excited to see what we can get from this. Pack openings?
Pack openings.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, we are back for revision episode 15, I believe. So, how many of you, raise of hands here, hand to God, okay? How many of you grew up watching the Fairly Odd Parents or know what I'm talking about? Because I have a fairly odd deck for you. That's the best I could do this week. That's all you're getting out of me. I am running a legit, straight up fairy strategy this week, thanks to the new support we got. I do have a couple non-fairies in the side deck, but we'll get to them in a bit. So starting off the main deck, I have one copy of Aeronite Parshath. You've seen him before. He's a good one tribute that if he does battle damage, not only the piercing, but any battle damage will let me draw one card. Some new cards, 3 copies of Bountiful Artemis. So decent stats for a quick normal summon, but every time a counter trap is activated, after it resolves, draw a card. Dancing Fairy, 1 copy. So as long as this card remains face up in defense position, I get to increase my life points by 1,000 during each of my standby phases. So this can hopefully, if I'm at a point of advantage, it can hopefully keep me in the game a little longer than normal. 3 Kelbeck, so he's got a pretty decent defense stat at 1800, but he has the better effect where if he is attacked by a monster, after damage calc, that monster gets bounced back to the hand. More new cards, yay me. We have some majestic mechs in here now. I have 2 copies of the, I guess the boss, YuGiOh. I contribute him for 1 tribute, not set though, he can't be set. If summoned that way during the end phase, it goes to the graveyard, but while it's here, it can do piercing battle damage on a defense position monster, as well as 3 copies of Majestic Mech Oka. So Oka has the same thing. I don't have to tribute to normal summon it, but if I don't tribute, it does go away during the end phase, just like the other one. Now, a card I haven't used yet. 2 copies of Manju of the 10,000 Hands. This is a very good card that allows me to search for either a ritual monster or a ritual spell, whichever one I decide I need more. Win condition 3.5, 2 copies of Mudora. So Mudora gains 200 attack for each fairy in the graveyard. So the longer this game goes on, the longer I can stay in it. This dude has the potential to become a big scary boy. 3 copies of the Forgotten Maiden. She is a defensive wall. However, if things go awry and I lose a monster during my turn, if Forgiving Maiden is still in the field, I can tribute it to bring that monster back, which leads me into 3 copies of Ruin, Queen of Oblivion. So she's a ritual monster that is summoned with End of the World, and if she attacks a card and destroys the monster by battle, I can make her do a second attack in a row. Some new spells now. So I have 3 copies of Celestial Transformation. It's a quick play spell. Lets me special summon a fairy from the hand. Its attack is halved and it's destroyed during the end phase. When I'm going to be using this is probably just to get a good monster on the field, like maybe the Majestic Mech YuGiOh. So I don't really plan on the being destroyed factoring into it too much. 3 copies of End of the World to ritual summon my Ruin and my Demise if you peeked that down in the side deck. 2 copies of Enemy Controller just to shut down some attacks real quick or steal some monsters if I need to. Heavy Storm for some back removal, Monster Reborn, Divine Wrath. So now getting into some counter traps to work with Bountiful Artemis. So Divine Wrath, whenever he decides to activate a monster effect, I can discard a card, negate the activation of said effect, and destroy the monster. And again, new card, Forced Back. This negates the normal summon or flip summon of a monster and returns it to the owner's hand. 2 copies of Karma Cut, returning from last week, and Mirror Force. Now going into the side deck, I have 2 copies of Soul of Purity and Light. This is special summoned only by removing from play 2 light monsters from the graveyard, and pretty much all my monsters except maybe 2 or 3 are lights. And while it's on the field, all monsters your opponent controls lose 300 attack during the battle phase only. And as a pretty big side, I'm siding in the Wing Karibo strategy again. So I have my 3 copies of the Wing Karibo. If that gets destroyed and sent to the graveyard, the rest of the turn I take no battle damage. But that gets me access to Wing Karibo level 10, which if I can pull that off with Transcendent Wings a little further down the list there, I can blow up his entire board of attack position monsters, and he gets burned for all of their combined attacks. So that could potentially be a complete game-saving move. Next up is the Demise. So we saw it last week. It helped me and it hurt me in almost the same turn. I can pay 2,000 and board wipe minus the Demise. And this time around, if he's not locking me down, I can hopefully get that in for every attack. 1 copy of Sanctuary in the Sky. So this battle damage to the controller of a fairy monster from a battle involving the monster becomes 0. Transcendent Wings, I have 3 copies of that to go with the Wing Kriba strategy. And finally, just in case Manju isn't enough, I have Sonic Bird, which lets me add a ritual spell. So that's my strat. It's basically fairy ritual with a Wing Kriba side package in the mix. I need to go because I'm pretty sure I broke some rules and Jurgen von Strangle is going to come find me. Yeah, that's all I got. See you guys.
All right, guys, we're back. I have seen the light. It is the start of something new. This is my deck profile. All right, because we got new fairy support, I'm playing kind of like a counter fairies, the best that I can at least. We are lacking in some counter traps, but I grabbed the best that I could and I just threw them all in here. So for starters off, we're playing one of the new cards, Banisher of the Radiance. This is a walking macrocosmos. Any card sent to the graveyard is banished instead. 3 copies of Artemis. Counter trap gets activated. I get to draw a card. We're playing 1 Parshath, just a tribute summon, beat stick, can do some piercing damage, draw some more cards. We're playing 3 of the new Majestic Mech. I didn't get the boss monster, but honestly, I don't think I really needed it for this. But this card, just being able to normal summon it, clear something that's pretty big. I'm going to lose it at the end of the turn, but hopefully it's going to be a fair trade. We're playing 3 copies of Zolga because I have 3 monsters that can be tribute summoned. Having this, it's a fairy. If it gets tributed, I gain 2,000 life points. It also has 17 attack, which is pretty good. We're playing 3 copies of DD Survivor, so I had to whip this back from an older pack. Pretty much if this card is banished from the field, it comes back during the end phase, and it has 18 attack. So again, pretty good. Playing 2 copies of Ancient Gear Golem. This card is just pretty good as requiring 2 tributes, 3,000 attack, 3,000 defense, piercing, stop spells and traps. For our spells, we have 3 copies of Dimensional Fisher. I don't know if he's going to be playing something that is graveyard reliant, but if I'm banishing cards off the Radiance, I can banish cards with this. And it will also help banish the DD Survivor to bring him back every turn. We're playing 3 copies of the Celestial Transformation, just special a fairy from hand, cut its attack in half, and destroy it during the end phase. So because of that restriction on the card, it's not particularly that great, but it could be used in a way where you can either protect your life points from being attacked, or I could special a fairy on my turn and then immediately tribute it. So something like I could special the Zolga, tribute the Zolga, summon Parshath, bam. Playing 3 copies of Fresh Recklessly. So my deck does not actually do a lot in terms of the actual engine. It kind of stuns, but if he's not playing anything that's reliant on the graveyard, it's actually really not doing much of anything at all. So I kind of need these other cards to help, keep my board alive. We're playing 3 copies of Ancient Gear Castle. This is just to get some counters on it and then send it off for the Golem. We're playing 1 copy of the new card Clock Tower Prison. This is just to, kind of put a clock on Cody. Yeah, so during each of his standby phase, this card gets a counter. If it has 4 or more, I no longer take battle damage. So Cody's going to have to out this card if it sticks around. We're playing 1 Rhoda. This is for the DD Survivor. 1 Macrocosmos. This card just sends it, makes anything sent to the graveyard banished. Finally, for our counter traps, we're playing 3 of the Curse Seal of the Forbidden Spell to stop his spells. 1 Divine Wrath to stop monster effects. 1 Judgment of Anubis to protect my back row. 1 Judgment for the same thing, but I could also cancel a summon, and 1 Force Back to cancel a summon. For the side deck, I'm playing some more pretty generic cards, I feel. 3 Offerings of the Doom for monster removal. Heavy Storm. I didn't want to main deck this because I want my cards to actually stick around. We're doing a little side engine thing here just in case the stun engine for this isn't actually working. So we're doing 3 copies of End of the World for our 3 copies of Ruin and our 3 copies of Sonic Bird. Finally, we have 1 Smashing Ground for monster removal and 1 creature swap. I don't have brain control and change of heart is not legal anymore. And my monsters aren't actually all that great. So maybe if anything, I can, switch one of my, subpar monsters for maybe one of his better monsters. That's the deck profile. Thought about trying something new. We got these new fairy cards. I wanted to see how effective they could be. And counter traps are just pretty good cards, typically. And the fact that now I get to draw cards off of it, it's pretty nice. But let's just get into the games and see how this goes. All right, bud, here we are. Game 1.
Here we are.
Enemy of Justice.
Or as my deck is called, Unlawful Ally.
Unlawful Ally. That does not, that doesn't give me a clue.
It typically doesn't. My deck names are usually just countered to what the set name is. So we have Enemy of Justice. I have Unlawful Ally.
sort of like Stone Sour songs, just very vague
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yeah. What is he hesitating for?
Imagine if you did like the same Peter Griffin approach to like songs.
Is to be Superman 4, The Quest for Peace.
Oh, that's why they call it that.
All right, buddy. Well, I'm excited to see what you brought to the table. I can't wait to show you what I have. Take a roll of the die. Did not work for me this time.
I'm gonna go second.
All right. Want the card advantage?
Maybe.
All right. Let's see. All right, bud. This is going to give away exactly what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
I'm going to start with a normal
Let's see it.
summon. Bountiful Artemis.
Bountiful Artemis. Okay.
Yes, sir. And then I'm going to set 1, set 2, and pass it back.
So there's a good chance those are counter traps.
I don't know. We actually haven't had a lot of opportunities to pull counter traps.
I noticed that. I went going through and I was like, wow, we really don't have a lot of counter traps.
No.
We have like 6 or 7, I think. Maybe a little more than that, but
And they're not all playable either.
no. All right, we'll go standby to main.
Yep. I'm just now looking at the artwork for Bountiful Artemis. And
yeah.
this card just looks like they got Bob Ross to do the landscape and they just put like
Oh, yeah.
a Japanese artist and put a monster in there.
Yeah, I can see it's Happy Trail. All right, I'm going to get in there with a cool set.
All right.
And I'm just going to pass.
All right. I will draw. We'll go standby to main. And let's start with a normal summon of Banisher of the Radiant.
Mm.
And we'll go battle.
Okay.
Let's get in there with this. Ooh.
Hellback.
So
after damage calc, it'll go back to hand.
yeah. Okay. Sure. Is it fine? Maybe it's not fine. Maybe I don't
Maybe
like
it's not fine.
Maybe I don't like that.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll try it. In response, I'm going to activate Divine Wrath. I will discard, and because it's a monster, well, it doesn't really matter because of Banisher. I will get rid of my DD Survivor to negate and destroy your card. And then on resolution, Artemis will apply its effect. I will draw 1 card. And let's get in there with the Artemis. Go to main phase 2. And I will set another card and pass it back.
Standby to main cool.
Sure.
Oh, he
Oh, that's right. Yep.
forgot about that. Wouldn't that mean your Divine Wrath is too?
Yeah. Look at you go. Keeping tabs on the game state.
Told you I'm carrying this scale. I almost said camel, I think. Oh, Lordy Lou. I think we're gonna get in there with another set.
All right.
And I'll probably do a set. Get a good old T on turn 3.
All right.
And I'll pass there.
I will draw. We'll go standby anything.
Nope.
All right. Let's go to main phase. I'm going to normal summon Majestic Mech Oka. Not too shabby. And I'll go battle.
Okay.
Attack.
That will be another killback.
Okay. So there's no damage applied, and then this gets bounced to hand. That's pretty good for me. 16. And another. All right. And go to main. I think I'm just chilling here. I'll pass.
All right, go stand by main.
Sure.
Let's do a set.
All right.
And another set. And then I will pass to you.
I'll draw. Stand by anything?
Nope.
All right, we'll go to main phase. Well, worked well the first time. Yeah, let's just do it again. Normal summon?
Force back.
Yeah, that's fine.
Even though I know you're going to draw a card off that, but...
Yes. All right, so then I'll draw from Bountiful. That was my summon, so kind of bone there. So let's just try going battle. And I will attack with the... Let's attack with Banisher.
Okay, that would be the Forgiving Maiden.
So I'll take 4.
Okay.
I think with this, I'll just activate Ancient Gear Castle.
Okay.
And I'll pass the turn.
Interesting. So are you playing that for Haman? Are you playing that for Gear Golem?
Am I playing
Either
it because
way.
I'm a fan of castles?
I want to build a sand castle, Dad. Please, Father. May I? Yeah. Okay. Well, I have a plan. You see,
A plan.
I have a plan.
Dutch likes plans.
Here comes Dutch reference number 3. We just need a little more money. You know why we need a little more money? Because something's coming. The end of the world.
Oh, okay.
The end of the world is coming, and we need to prepare. Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna pitch Bountiful Artemis and Mudora
Man, you're playing a Shizu before it was cool.
to summon Ruin, Queen of Oblivion.
All right, that's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay,
You expecting a demise board wipe?
I was, yes.
That would put me very low, though.
True, but I don't know. Leaving
That
me
would
with
be like right dangerous.
it leave me with only 3 cards, and you know one of them.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I keep forgetting to do this.
Yeah, Banisher is such a bitch.
Man, I should have played Gren Maju.
Yeah, it would have actually helped you out.
Are these only monsters, or is it only monsters or all cards?
It's cards, but it's your cards.
Hey, I mean, 6 cards is still not bad.
No.
I'm gonna go battle phase.
All right.
I am going to swing into Bountiful Artemis first.
Um,
I'm assuming you have some counter traps.
maybe. But I got a question for you though. Anything on damage step?
No,
Rush.
so they're even.
Even Steven.
Okay, that's
All right.
fine. That attack will go through still. So,
Sweet.
with that, I'll end my turn.
All right. I will draw. We'll go standby. Anything?
No.
All right. Let's go to main phase. Let's normal summon the majestic mech, and then that will put 1 counter on the castle. And let's go battle. Get in there. And 16. Sweet. We'll go to main phase 2. Let's go ahead and we'll set 1. I'll proceed to the end phase where my mech will kill itself and pass it back. All right, let's go.
That's a shit draw.
That was cool. All right, bud, game 2.
Game 2.
This is an interesting matchup.
Yeah, I don't know. It feels kind of the same to me.
It it doesn't seem like my strategy is too effective in terms of like what I'm doing is not actually affecting you at all. Like you're not relying on your graveyard.
Not really at all.
Yeah, if you were, you'd be in trouble.
Go second again.
Giving me the setup again. All right, bud. You've seen it before. Artemis.
Yep.
I'll set 1 and I'll pass it back.
Okay. Stand by to main.
Sure.
All right, we're gonna get in there with not 1, not 2, not even 4, but 3 sets,
All right.
followed by. Actually, I guess technically it will be 4 sets.
You motherfucker.
So, over to you.
All right. I'll draw. Stand by anything?
Nope.
Go to main phase. Let's go battle. See what
Yeah.
it is.
It'll be a Mudora.
Gains 200 attack for each fairy in the graveyard. Okay, so my strategy does mess with this guy.
This
A-
is about it, though.
A
Pretty
little
much.
bit, yeah. So I'll
I
take
think
2.
I think it's this and maybe 1 other card. That's about it.
I'll go to main phase 2. I'll set 1.
It's different.
I'll pass it over.
Okay. Stand by to main. Cool.
Yep.
I'll do a quick set. I will pass to you.
I will draw. We'll go standby to main. Let's go ahead and activate the castle.
That is fine.
I'll normal summon the majestic mech.
On summon.
Sure.
Force back.
I had a feeling. All right.
Draw your card.
Yes, I do draw a card. All right. From here, let's go ahead and we'll go battle phase.
Mhm.
Let's attack this.
Okay, that is my Forgiving Maiden.
So I'll take 4. Main phase 2, I have a set, and I will pass.
Okay. I'm standby to main.
Sure.
I think I'm just chilling.
All right, I will draw. Stand by anything?
Nope.
Let's go to main phase. Let's try it again. Normal summon.
Okay.
Battle.
Okay.
Let's build this one.
In response, enemy controller.
You're just switching it to defense.
Yes, I am.
Go to main phase 2. That summon was successful, so I do get the counter this time, and I'll just pass.
Alrighty. Standby.
Yeah,
Does it go to the graveyard now?
Oh, that's right. Thank you.
Standby to main, okay?
Yep.
Okay. I guess I'm gonna set and pass. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll get another counter.
Oh no.
We'll go standby to main. Well, let's
Try it again.
No, even better.
There it is.
There he is.
There he is.
In all of his rusting glory.
Is he rusty? Oh, I guess so. He is ancient.
We'll go battle phase.
Okay.
Let's do this into... I guess I should kill this guy first before you start collecting on fairies.
All right, so that's 1200.
Correct. And I might as well see what this is. I'm probably going to take damage.
That is Kelbeck.
Oh, so now it's actually going to go to hand. And I take 2.
Yes.
All right, we'll go to main phase 2. And let's go ahead and just flip this one.
Booga booga.
I'm drawing my cards, goddammit.
Yeah, apparently.
Ain't gonna stop me. Yeah, I think I'm just chilling. I'll pass.
Okay, standby to main.
Sure.
Okay. I'm gonna activate enemy controller. I will declare its second effect.
Tribute and target.
I will tribute Forgiving Maiden to target Golem.
That will be fine.
Okay. Next, I will play End of the World.
All right, sure.
Pitching Golem
You bastard.
for Ruin.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right. Then I will switch you to attack. Battle phase.
Sure.
Swear to God. You have it, don't you? Yeah.
Get that crap out of here.
Turn your auto draw off.
I did.
God damn it. All right.
If you attack with Kelbeck, you'll bounce my monster.
Oh, so you can have 2 bountiful artifices in your hand? Yeah, and then I'll be wide open for an attack, so.
Puts me down at 1 monster for next turn.
That is true.
It is true. Oh, he's thinking about it.
I'm just gonna pass.
All right. I respect it. Okay. So from here, let's
That was gonna be so cool. You fucked me.
let's go ahead and normal summon the Artemis. All right, I'm gonna get in there. Get in for direct damage finally.
Is that the first direct attack so far?
I believe it was, yeah.
Nice.
Second main, I think I'm just chilling here. So go ahead.
Stand by the main.
Yep.
We're gonna do a set. I'm gonna pass.
Okay. We'll go standby to main. I will set a
And my
card. Yeah, right. I'll set a card. And then I'll activate creature swap. You can have this. What'd you give me? A Kelbeck. Oh, that's cool. We'll go battle. I'll get over the card. We'll go main phase. I'll set another card. And I'll pass it back over. And then Cody will set a monster. And then pass it back to me.
Do you one better?
Oh my god. Alright, I'll take it. We'll go standby to main. Now I get to flip this card. Let's get another one on the board. Let's go battle phase. Got 16, 32, and what is this? 45? No, 47.
It's very close.
Wow, that was close. You know what? On the last attack, let's just do this. Yeah, let's go.
I don't even have to allow that, but whatever. Because you did it after the attack.
Well, I mean, technically, I would have had to attack directly. You do the damage. I attack again. You do the damage. I would have seen the math by then.
Yeah, you're declaring the attack, and then I'm taking the damage.
You don't have Karibo or Battle Fader. Get the hell out of here.
You want to fucking bet? You want to fucking bet I don't have a Karibo?
Oh, but that's Wing Karibo. He has to be on the board. Why didn't you summon him?
Because I was hoping and betting my next draw would be that Transcendent Wings.
Oh, you didn't think you were gonna die.
I was hoping. I was like waiting for a miracle. Nope. 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 No. There it is. Finally. Okay, if I lasted 7 more turns, I would have gotten that card.
Well, I had the answer for another spell card with Curse Seal.
Curse Seal, yeah.
I could have ditched the Smashing Ground and then draw 2 cards, which would have been another Artemis and a Majestic Mech.
So much removal.
Yeah.
You haven't played this much removal in weeks.
Well, so let's just mill it. I'm so jealous that you have Manju. All right, so yeah, you saw that I have a lot of removal cards. So
It would help if I could draw him.
the reason why I'm playing so much removal is because kind of like how I explained when we were talking about the packs. It's you can, you know, kind of slightly stun your opponent playing like the Macrocosmos and the Dimensional Fissures, but everything else around the deck does not do anything. You're playing like this old school game of Yu-Gi-Oh, even if you were playing these types of cards in a modern game setting. And because your cards don't do a whole lot, you need like other cards to, you know, help them out a little bit. The monsters themselves don't really do much for you. So it's like, just in case the monsters aren't doing what I need them to, or like the whole stun thing, which for your deck it didn't even matter, isn't doing anything, well, then you need to play stuff like, you know, the rushes to make your monsters just that much bigger. Because like the stats on stuff like Radiance and Bountiful are pretty decent. But if you're playing like a beater deck, I mean, you're just gonna kill all these guys every time you normal summon. But yeah, I wanted to try out the new fairy stuff, so I found every playable counter trap that I have, threw them all in here, found out that it wasn't a lot, so I also needed other cards to, you know, help with the game states. So yeah, just a creature swap. If you do get a big body out and I'm falling behind, creature swap can take care of that. DD Survivor is pretty much my beater of the deck, but it's cool with this strategy because if he's banished from the field, he just keeps coming back. And because I still had deck slots open, I decided I was going to play the castle with 2 copies of the golem, just as kind of like a side engine thing going on there. It's like, I think the deck does what it needs to in terms of stun, but it doesn't have anything that really applies pressure. So I had to resort to having the Majestic Mech, which it's kind of sucks that it dies, but you know, sometimes maybe a single attack with a 2400 beater can clear the way a little bit. But let's see what you were doing. You're playing a lot of fairies
pretty much
as
doing
well.
straight. I subbed in a lot of cards. Sonic Bird was one of them. Going into game 1, I was straight Ritual Fairy is what I was.
Okay.
Sonic Bird is the only copy or the only monster in my deck or side deck that is not a fairy.
So you have the Majestic Mech boss monster. I
Yes.
did not actually pull this card, so I was not able to play it.
Yeah, I didn't see either of the Majestic Mechs, either duel.
Yeah, otherwise I'm sure I would have seen them.
Yeah, I never saw Monster Reborn, never saw Heavy, didn't see Sonic Bird game 2, never saw Manju.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, I also did a side engine where I played 3 copies of End of the World and 3 copies of Ruin. I don't actually have Demise, but
Demise was actually in my side deck. He wasn't in my main deck in game 1. It was just Ruin.
okay. But and then also in the side, I was running 3 copies of Sonic Bird. In terms of like ritual searchers, I don't have any except for Sonic.
Tell you what though, it is a good thing I did not side in 1 card, or didn't use 1 card.
What's that?
I had Sanctuary in the Sky on my side deck,
Okay, yeah.
because that would have benefited you too.
Oh, is it for both players?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's like the controller of a fairy monster does not take battle damage from battles involving that fairy monster.
It's been a while since
It's
I
not
played.
limited to players.
It's been a while since I played like the newer fairy stuff. But that deck does play Sanctuary in the Sky. So it's been a while since I've read that card, but I did see glancing through like my card pool that I have one copy of the field spell, but I think one copy just isn't relevant enough.
Yeah, basically my strategy was hopefully see the majestic mechs, combine those with the ritual plays. If all else fails, get a beater out there with Medora. That was kind of like WinCon 3.5, I guess.
Yeah.
It went even lower on the playing field after I saw you playing whichever that monster is that banishes them.
Banisher
So
of the
like,
Radiance.
well, yeah, because I was like, well, if you summon him, Medora is essentially useless as a WinCon. So I actually had the whole Wing Karibo engine was sided in. My 3 copies of Wing Karibo, 2 copies of level 10, and the copies of Transcendent Wings were all sided in on game 2.
I was surprised to see that you were playing these fairies in particular.
I mean, the only ones you played that I didn't were Banisher of Radiance and Zolga. I did play Parshath. He was in my main deck. I just sided him out. Yeah, there's the side deck. I can't remember if I played it or not. I don't think I did, but I was contemplating playing, I think it's called Solar Ray. It's a trap that burns you for 600 for each light monster on my side of the field.
Oh, okay.
Almost all of my monsters are light monsters.
You have a playset?
I might. Let me check. I do. It was a common from Ancient Sanctuary.
I was worried when you did the econ on the golem. I thought that maybe you were gonna go to battle while you still had it and then get rid of it after the fact.
That's maybe something I should have done.
That would have been better, because like it would have forced me that if I have an out, which I did,
it would have forced you to out the golem.
Yeah.
And then I don't lose my monster too.
Right. You would have kept the resource, and or if I have the out and it's just like, well, maybe it's not worth it because maybe he's not going to get rid of the golem. Maybe I will get it back during the end of the turn. Like maybe I do just take this. You out.
Those are big brain moves I don't think of in the time.
Yeah.
I'm a checkers player. I'm not a chess player.
But yeah, that's another pretty cool episode. We both decided to play fairly similar strategies in terms of like fairies, whereas you're doing sort of like a ritual Karibo engine. I'm playing pretty much like, you know, I really want to see Bountiful Artemis because I am playing as many counter traps as I can. Yeah,
you had zero problem with that.
All right, but what do you say? The wheel?
Wheel.
All right, bud, we are back. Here we are again, the loser's wheel. Sorry to put you here again.
No, you're not.
No, I'm not. Sorry, bud. It's it's my competitiveness. I don't mind losing, but winning is just so much more fun.
Why do I keep coming back?
It's pretty close. Oh, craft a rare.
Okay.
That was pretty neck and neck with craft a common. There's something that you still don't have?
No, I have all of them already.
Oh, okay. One of those episodes.
There's literally only one card I did not get.
Well, that doesn't sound good for me.
I mean, I have playable numbers of all those cards, or ideal playable numbers.
All right, well, let's check out the winner's wheel. All right, here we are. Let's give it a nice spin. See what I get. Craft a super. I actually don't recall if I'm missing anything from the super slot.
You're missing the other majestic mech you said.
Oh, the boss monster, yeah. Oh, but the counter trap's in there as well.
Yeah, so is Macrocosmos.
I feel like all 3 of these cards are pretty decent. It's like I could do the boss monster, maybe run back fairy sometime in the future. Having another counter trap isn't too bad, and having a additional copy to Macrocosmos could be quite annoying for you in the future episodes.
Until the episode where I play Grand Maju.
Yeah.
Again.
It's like 5 weeks of playing just macro stun on you, and then it's just like, you know what, fuck it, I'm doing Great Maju.
And then you switch it up and don't play that. I'm like, fuck.
No, I also play my own Great Maju.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We just Grand Maju tank it, like, you know, who can make the bigger one?
We could play like similar decks, because I guarantee, like, what, you probably have like playsets of Banisher, Dimensional Fisher.
Yes.
You probably also have a macro.
Yes.
All right, guys, that's going to bring it into this episode. Again, like, comment, subscribe, stay in tune for more content just like this. But with that out of the way, we'll see you guys next time. Bye.
Peace.